Hey girl, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be testing out some more RMS ReDimension blushes and bronzer. I've gotten requests to try out the bronzers. Like I mentioned to the young lady, I wasn't sure if it was going to be pigmented enough on my skin tone. I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a try and see. This is the ReDimension Hydra bronzer in the shade Bikini Beach. This is what it looks like. This is Bikini Beach, which is the deepest shade, and it's described as a deep bronze with a slight terracotta base for medium to deep skin tones. We're gonna swatch this and play around with this. And then we have the two blushes here, which is Sangria and Bermuda Rose. I believe Bermuda Rose is a newer shade in their launch, I think. This is Bermuda Rose, and it's described as a tropical soft fuchsia pink. And this is Sangria, and it's described as a golden spiced ruby rose. If you are a brown girly like me and you was curious and wondered how would these show up on brown skin, because I know for me, when I was looking on YouTube, I didn't see anyone that looked like me trying these shades on. So I figured this would be a good reference for the girlies that look like me, that was curious and wanted to know if Bermuda Rose and Sangria look good on brown skin or how deep it will build up. And same thing with Bikini Beach. If you were looking to pick one of these up, but you wasn't sure, hopefully this video will be helpful for you and it will be a reference. You will see what it will look like on my rich brown skin. But these are some beautiful shades and I'm so excited to get into it and see what they look like on my skin. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get into this first impressions / review video. So unfortunately with this portion of the video, I lost the audio, so I will be doing a voiceover. Now, normally I would do my makeup off camera and then come back and do the demo, but I figured you would want to watch my process while you listen to the music. But in the meantime, I will speed up the beginning of my makeup routine and then I'll jump back into the demo portion. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. So now we have the RMS ReDimension Hydra Bronzer in the shade Bikini Beach. And now again, I've seen this online, but I wasn't sure of the shade and if it would work with my skin tone. But we're gonna see how it works on my rich brown skin. And this is what it looks like. And I'll do some swatches on my forehand. And that's what it looks like. And now we're going to apply it to the cheek. And then I'm going to go in with the Morphe M405 brush to apply the bronzer. And now let's dab it in the product. Okay. Okay, that's what it looks like with the first layer. It's a big difference from the other side. And as you can see, there's a big difference. This is what it looks like on this side applied. If you like a subtle warmth to your skin, this is what it looks like it will do on my skin tone. So if you are my skin tone, this is what it's gonna look like. It gives you some depth, but with glow. So now let's apply the bronzer on the other side. But it looks pretty. I like it. It definitely shows up on the skin. You can see there's a difference, like a subtle bronzing to the skin, but also glowy. And this is what it looks like. Beautiful. Of course, you know, normally I go on my lids with my bronzer shade. So we're gonna use the same bronzer on my lids, and we're gonna go in with the Japanese all over eyeshadow dual ended brush. And we're gonna use the blending side. Oh wow, look at it. You can see, look at the difference. You would have never known by looking at it in the pan that it would show up like this on my skin. Look at it. Look at the definition it's giving my eyelids. Wow, I'm impressed. So my final thoughts, honestly, one, it looks beautiful on the skin, but if you are my skin tone and you say you just want something that's gonna give subtle depth to the skin, I would say this will be a good product to try. The little something, not doing too much for those either days where you're in a rush and you wanna add some depth to the face, but not too much because you don't have time to blend it out. It is a beautiful product and I love how the skin is looking. Perfect for my no makeup days or everyday makeup. Love it. I already did my eyes off camera. So I curled my lashes, I applied my lash primer, I applied mascara, and I also applied my press-on falsies just to save some time. And so now we're gonna get into the blush demo. And these are the two shades that we'll be featuring in this demo. So we have Sangria and then Bermuda Rose. I figured these would be a good shade to choose between for the summer. So we're gonna see how they look on the skin. Okay, so we're gonna go on one side with the Bermuda Rose and then we're gonna go on the other side with Sangria to compare and see how they look on the skin. So now we're gonna go in with Bermuda Rose. I'm going to swatch it on my forehand and this is what it looks like, Bermuda Rose. And then we're gonna go on the cheek with the Bermuda Rose. And I'm gonna go in with my Japanese dual-ended foundation and concealer brush. So we're gonna dab it into the blush and then we're gonna go on the cheek and see what it looks like on my skin. And that's after the first layer. Now we're gonna go in one more layer just to see what it looks like, build up. Wow, that is really pretty and it shows up on the skin nicely. Look at that, beautiful. And that's what it looks like without the blush. And this is what it looks like with Bermuda Rose, nice. So now we're gonna go in with Sangria and I'm going to swatch it next to Bermuda Rose so you can see. And that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go on the other cheek with the Japanese powder brush. We're gonna go in there. This is what it looks like on the first layer. Now, you see the pigment, that is very pigmented and that's just the first layer. So I'm just gonna go in just a little lightly and this is the second layer. Wow, beautiful. You see how it builds up and it can build up more than that if you want to, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to leave it at the 2 layers, but they are both beautiful shades. Wow. So this is Bermuda Rose on this side, and this is Sangria on this side. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back and I'll share my thoughts. All right, so this is the final look. And as you can see on this side, I applied Sangria. And then on this side, I applied Bermuda Rose. But I also did apply some Sangria on this side so that it doesn't look a little off with the two different colors. So that's why you see this side, it looks a little more punchy. And it actually made it look like the type of pink that I would prefer. By itself, the Bermuda Rose just wasn't my typical kind of pink that I would go for. But combined with the Sangria on top, it does give like that berry punch. But this is the Bermuda Rose side, and then this is the Sangria side. And I love the Sangria. And for me, my main thing was that it didn't look too intense of a red, orangey kind of color. You know, it can go left real quick, but I love it, love it, love it. Perfect for the summer. And honestly, you can wear this shade all year round. But because we're in the summer right now and I've been wanting a shade in the RMS blushes for the summer, I've been on the hunt for a non-toxic powder terracotta shade of a blush or a peachy corally shade too. So I did try Mai Tai as well, but I found that that shade, to me, it had the coral shade, but on my brown skin, it didn't show up like a blush. To me, it showed up more as a highlighting type of shade. And that was a bit intense for a highlighting shade, but I did like it and it was pretty. I will leave a swatch on this so you can see. I was still looking, but I think Sangria is the shade for me. Bermuda Rose is pretty with Sangria, but by itself, if I had to choose which one, I'm gonna go with the Sangria. And you can go more heavier on the pigment if you want, but for me, this is perfect. And honestly, I didn't even want to do the second layer. And yeah, it's pretty. So if you were curious about the RMS blushes, those two shades, the Bermuda Rose and the Sangria, those two shades, I didn't see anyone that looked like me that could show me or could be a reference of what it would look like on brown skin. So I figured this would be a good reference for you girlies that love RMS and you've been wanting some more summer shades, but you didn't know how it would look on brown skin. So hopefully this video was helpful and a good reference for you in case you were thinking of picking it up. But if you do have the shades and you are my shade or deeper, let me know how it worked out for you, or by seeing this video, it kind of made you decide if you want to pick up the shades or not. You have to let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your feedback. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until next time, bye.